so that there's more to go around for the other team's free agents.
Yes.
But another former Cowboy, Darren Woodson, does not agree. He said it's a slap in the face for people to say that he should take less. That is a slap in that man's face. They are not out here. I am watching every day. My office oversees the practice field, and there ain't nobody on that team that works harder than Dak Prescott. He's putting the work in. The man deserves it. That is commitment.
This is going to be fun. We should have a game now. We should guess the number. And then whoever wins, everybody has to buy them lunch. Let's do that tomorrow. Guess.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, let's do that.
What am I signing up for?
We have to guess the number Dak gets. We got to come up with a game tomorrow. We have to guess the number Dak gets.
And how many people am I buying lunch for if I lose?
Well, that's if you lose. If you win, we buy the queen lunch.
What, so everyone else is to buy my lunch?
Yes. So what we'll do? Who wants to be in it? I do. Okay, so Tui.
What's the number you're guessing?
Young man, would you like to be in? But yes, we've got another. Kenny is in. All right. So my takeaway is we're all going to do it, and if you win, you get lunch for 5 straight days from every single person.
Okay.
Tui, I'm sorry to commit you to that, but get your wallet ready. For the first time in your life, you may have to pay for
I'm
something.
in.
What's the number?
Well, I got to think about that overnight.
Okay. All right, so we'll think about it.
All right.
But do you think it's a slap in the face for them to take less money?
No, I don't think it's called negotiations. It's not a slap. Good God, if you get offered $34 million in a state with no state tax, that's a slap in the face.
It's a slap in the face if you feel like you deserve $40 million. I don't think he thinks that. It is a negotiation. You should always go high in negotiations.
I don't
even
think
if people think that you sound crazy.
$31 million's a slap in the face.
But that he reportedly turned down 33.
Oh, that's a lot of I don't love that. That's why he hasn't signed yet.
I don't think that he should take a team-friendly deal and take significantly less in order to make room for other people. But I do think he should take a deal that is
not punitive
flexible.
to Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I'm Dak, he does deserve to be paid. He has been playing on a 4th-round rookie contract, so they have been getting him at a discount for his entire career up until this point, which is why, to me, I think it's crazy for people to say, well, I mean, he has to continue playing at a discount. Like, how are they going to sign anyone? Well, you had time to do that.
Do you know how much money $30 million a year in Texas is? Like in California, they take half.
It's like $30 million.
It's
$30 million in California is like
you can still get
18.
You can get a stunning home in Dallas for $800,000. Like a stunning home. Is it $400,000? I mean, Dallas is one of the big. You can live in a stunning neighborhood with a pool. How much would it cost? This isn't a
fun game, Colin. I don't like playing this game. Like how much, like what your house would be worth if you lived somewhere else.
How much? You're from Texas.
If he wants to get it, he could definitely get it around $500,000 to $700,000. A very nice house. Yeah,
a ranch.
Yeah. Not a ranch, but nice house. Good neighborhood.
Finally, with Joe Burrow likely heading to Cincinnati in the draft, Andy Dalton's future is obviously in question. If he is made available, Peter King expects there to be plenty of suitors calling the Bengals. He says Dalton would definitely get a job next season if the Bengals decide to part ways, and that Cincinnati could get a mid-round pick.
Plenty of suitors. Can we slow down on plenty of suiters? Plenty?
Well, he was the starting quarterback for 9 years for Cincinnati and had 5 postseason bursts. No win, obviously. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. I mean, I think we feel the same way about Andy Dalton. I don't know that. I just don't know where he's a starter.
Peter King is very high on Andy. That's like the 19th column by Peter King on Andy Dalton.
Peter was the first one that I heard say that he could end up in New England if Brady leaves.
He's very high.
I mean, they could also keep Andy.
Yeah, of course they could. Of course they could. Andy's can win games in the NFL. He got hurt last year, and the team went into the tank. Not terrible. I'm not saying he's terrible.
No, I don't think he's terrible either. But with the quarterback market the way that it is and the talent that's coming out of college, I don't know a team that feels like that Andy Dalton is a huge step up from what they already have.
Nobody's saying, we're an Andy Dalton away from the Super Bowl. Nobody's saying that.
Did you do that with Dak Prescott last week?
I think it's right.
I think that's a new game for us.
But I do think Dak's better than Andy. Not a lot.
Yes, and has more upside.
Yes, Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
It's weird. My clock on my desk is totally different than my clock on the camera. Nobody in America cares except me on that, but I'm utterly... So your clock...
My clock on my computer is different than there, too.
Yeah, like by a minute and a half.
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
Goulet, need more than hockey scores out here. Get the clock right. Coming up next, B.J. Armstrong. Lakers Celtics, second half of the NBA is underway. His thoughts next, coming up. Folks, Senators Blues, today's Discover Card Key matchup. All the cash back you earn, credit card, into your first year, they match it. Even more amazing, it's accepted at 95% of the places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Discover.com/yes. Limitations apply. Armstrong, three-time NBA champion and All-Star, 11 NBA seasons, NBA agent now. Love having him on. So I was saying this to start our show today, is Anthony Davis is a great player. I would
Yes.
not deny that. But his field goal percentage plummets in the fourth. He's the 60th best scorer in the league in the fourth. There are guys that rise in moments. There are guys that shrink or are tentative. Is it fair to say Anthony Davis is talented, but I'm yet to be convinced I can run a title through him? Is that fair?
Well, Colin, I think what is fair is that we've never seen him in the situation that he's currently in, where he has the expectations to win a title. This is a first for Anthony Davis. No one, myself included, is down in his talent, his ability, his skill set, and that he has the ability to do what we're talking about here today. But have we seen him do it? Has he actually had a team put around him with these level of expectations? We're out here now in Laker Nation. The Lakers are a true contender for the championship this year, with no doubt about it. And I think he will be leading the charge. And now we're going to see Anthony Davis's, what I would consider his first playoff run, because this team is looking to go deep into the playoffs.
But, BJ, I used to watch Karl Malone. You guys faced him.
Right.
I never thought he was just not quite the same player in the post. Maybe it was your defenses against him. I thought Michael actually rose in the post. He was even more focused. There is something to be said, isn't there? All your years in the NBA, the playoffs are different.
Right.
Some guys just a little shrink, right? You've seen it.
Yes, yes. I mean, there are. Players will rise to the occasion. I think the great players, they become immune to all of the things that are going on outside of the game. Anthony Davis, what I'm really looking to see this year from Anthony Davis in this playoff run is how quickly he can respond to the failures of the playoffs. All of the great players are going to fail.
Yeah, Michael had some bad games against Utah.
He's going to have bad games. I remember watching a young Kobe Bryant, his first playoff run against the Utah Jazz. I think he missed like 2 or 3 shots in a row. And that was the moment I said, this young man right here is going to be something special because of his ability to deal with the failure. So I think Anthony Davis is going to have a playoff run this year. I'm looking to see how he responds when he's down 0-1, 0-2 in the playoffs, and see, is he able to respond, make adjustments in his game, and really kind of tune out all of the noise. Because right now, this team is looking for him to play big, play in big moments, and more importantly, they're looking for him to deliver when it most counts, when it counts most, I should say.
Clippers have lost 3 straight. Are you concerned a little? They add 2 more players who are going to want touches. Chemistry's a thing.
Yeah. Chemistry is a thing. And I'm not concerned about the Clippers, but I am concerned about Paul George. Paul George is a key factor to the success of this franchise, to this team moving forward. In order to be a championship team, you have to have the chemistry. You have to have the consistency of a group, the group dynamics. Paul George hasn't been there. He hasn't been healthy all season.
He really hasn't.
He hasn't been healthy all season, right? We've been talking about load management. I think Kawhi could push through if need be. The team is a tough team. The team is put together with all of the things we know that they're going to need and we expect to see in the playoffs. But Paul George, he missed training camp. He's missed a significant amount of games. Now he has a hamstring, injury. And we must remember that he had shoulder surgery in the summer. So he wasn't able to really work on his game in the summer. So right now, Paul George hasn't been able to put in the time necessary on the floor. And you can't cheat that. And that's the one thing you can't get around, experience. So I'm looking for him to put together these last 25 games or so, some time on the floor where they can put a consistent group effort, and then we'll see what happens.
I thought yesterday was a good loss for the Celtics. Kemba Walker's not there. Jason Tatum is not 22. BJ, right. He is a star now. There's no denying. He's a star.
Colin, last night, he made a statement. He's a superstar now. He's a superstar player in this league. This kid, Jason Tatum, was fantastic. He wasn't good for just a quarter or two, he was the best player on the floor last night. Make no doubt about it.
Both hands.
This team, this kid right now is a star player that we're saying he's going to make an impact on the game. You can build around him, and his ability to score offensively and what he was able to do against LeBron and Anthony Davis last night in that Laker team. They have some length out there, the Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
And this kid played. He wasn't bothered. He did it on the road. And when you get Kemba Walker back into the fold, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Listen, Enes Kanter can still score. You can make an argument. They got 5 guys who could drop 20 in a playoff game, and
Yes.
you wouldn't be shocked. Enos not going to give you much on the defensive end.
And you can't forget about Gordon Hayward. I mean, Gordon Hayward he's an all-star player.
I think they're better when he's aggressive.
Yes, I agree. Because the way the game is played, you have to be aggressive. You have to have 5 guys out there who can score. But he is kind of an X factor because undoubtedly, he could be the best player on the floor any given moment, especially in the playoffs. And I was always a big fan of his, but when he's aggressive, they're really tough to beat.
2 minutes. Zion. Surprised?
Oh.
Surprised?
Well, he's doing it with the consistency I didn't think he was going to be able to do.
Every night.
I thought he was going to be able to, he's going to show some moments here and there, 2 or 3 games. This kid is putting it together game after game after game.
Points per touch leads the league.
Now, we all knew he was a phenomenal athlete in the air, what he's able to do. But the thing that I've been most impressed with watching him is he's a great ground athlete.
What do you mean?
What I mean is he can take up space. He's quick to the ball. His reaction time, his second jump is the best in the league. I mean, he misses a shot, he's back up there getting it before you can even respond. Last night, he did something I thought was special. The game before, they played the Portland Trailblazers.
I watched that, yeah.
And Carmelo gave him a jab. He did it the very next night. So that lets me know he's learning as he's going about this process. He did the same thing against the Golden State Warriors. So he's putting all of this together. He's learning on the job. He's able to soak up all of this information. And I love it. I love watching him play. He plays hard. He plays the game the right way. And
there's a little Larry Johnson.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's a very unique athlete. I mean, he's just he's strong. He's athletic. Not only he's the best athlete now running and jumping, now he's the best athlete of learning how to take up space on the floor. He's learning how to do things. He's quick to the ball.
By the way, he's got a nice touch.
He's shooting the 3 ball. He's really doing some really nice things that I didn't know he's capable of doing at Duke. So, you know what? I got to give him credit. He's really done something that I thought was very difficult to do. I didn't think he was going to be able to do it. He missed all of training camp.
That's right.
He missed all of training camp, so it's been very impressive.
Good stuff. B.J. Armstrong, always love having you on. You're always welcome. NBA agent now. 3 rings. Final hours coming up. It is flying by on a Monday. T.J. Hushman's out of his thoughts on the Combine next.